Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'll be giving you guys a first for my YouTube channel, and that's going to be a card discussion video. So basically, unlike some of the other discussion videos I've provided for you guys before, with this discussion I'll be talking about a single card and basically why you should be considering this card for either your side or your main deck as kind of a tech choice, kind of a choice that's not too popular, not one that you'll see a lot of people doing, but that I personally think would be a good choice for your deck. And today we'll be talking about Mask of Restrict. Now with Mask of Restrict, it's not a card that I really recommend in the main deck because it's not really all that necessary in the main deck when you consider the meta right now. But I definitely do consider it a very, very viable side deck option because of one reason and one reason only. Qliphorts. Now for those of you that have gone against Qliphorts, which would probably be everybody that's watching me now, you know just how annoying the deck is, you know just how good it is, how consistent it is, how easy it can just shut down your plays, how easy you can just get rid of your monsters, your spells and traps, whatever you have with things like Stealth, Carrier, Helix, and of course the way that they can just completely beat you down with OTKs from Disc, or beat you down with nearly an unstoppable monster with Towers. Just all of that is what really makes the deck so good and so annoying for people that go against it. Well, good news. Mask of Restrict almost completely shuts down what that deck wants to do. And more than the deck searching, or the deck setting up its scales, or the deck, using floodgates, or the deck, being able to pendulum summon, the biggest thing that that deck wants to do, the whole reason they have all that consistency, and they want to be able to pendulum summon as much as possible, is because they want to tribute their monsters. Specifically, Carrier and Helix, so that they can get rid of your cards, so that they can tribute summon things like Stealth that can get rid of another card, things like this that can get them more Qliphort monsters, or something like Towers that can just completely control and win the game on its own. And Mask of Restrict just says no to that. And the best part about it is, compared to other cards like, say, Thunder King Ryo, Mistake, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Spell Canceller, cards like that that can get in your own way sometimes, this card pretty much doesn't get in any major deck's way, other than, say, Qliphorts or any other deck that needs a tribute for any reason. But tributing has kind of gone to the wayside in today's game for the most part. So Mask of Restrict is a card that is completely going to shut down one of the most annoying matchups that most decks have, which of course is Qliphorts, and is a card that is not going to get in your own way at all. Now, another thing you're probably asking yourself is why I'm highlighting this card and not, telling you or raving about, say, a card like Zombie World. And with Zombie World, it of course is a field spell that says that neither player can tribute summon monsters except for zombie monsters. So you're probably thinking, well, that kind of does the same thing. It stops them from the tribute summoning, and it's a spell card that specifically is a field spell, so that means that it's searchable, it's faster because you can play it on your turn, and it just doesn't take up a back row space like Mask of Restrict does. While all of that is true, you also have to consider with Mask of Restrict the ability to be able to respond to your opponent's plays at the most inopportune time to put them in a bad spot. Like, say, in the Qliphort matchup, being able to respond to them pendulum summoning to put them in a really bad spot to where they just basically wasted an entire pendulum summon. You also have to consider as well with Mask of Restrict the versatility that this card has in a lot of different matchups. Mask of Restrict is really good against ritual-based decks, specifically aside from Necroz, because any other ritual-based deck, they have to tribute monsters to be able to ritual summon their guys. And Mask of Restrict says no to that. In other decks like, say, Hieratics that tribute monsters for card effects, with Hieratics they usually tribute to Spell Summon. Sometimes they'll tribute to Normal Summon, but it's normally the Spell Summon. There's other decks out there that tribute for certain card effects. Mask of Restrict says no to that. And then, if you look at, say, Monarchs that tribute summon, again, it's a good answer for that as well. Mask of Restrict just says no to Monarchs, says no to Qliphorts, says no to ritual-based decks, says no to Hieratics, any deck that needs to tribute monsters for any way, shape, or form. And with Mask of Restrict as well, there are still some Qliphort players out there that still like to get a bit creative, kind of just distinguish themselves from the other Qliphort players out there, because they don't like the deck being called, skill-less and a helmet deck and things like that. So they try to tech things in like Soul Transition that can tribute their Carrier or Helix to get their tribute effects off so they can draw 2 more cards, which is pretty good. Or they'll play Enemy Controller because they can tribute their Carrier or Helix to again get their effects off, and then, say, be able to take your monster to be able to OTK you with. So, in those situations, against those variants of the deck, Zombie World is not going to do anything to help you in those situations. Whereas a Mask Restrict, it says no to all of that. No matter what kind of tribute it is, it just says no to it. And then the best part with Mask Restrict, excuse me, is that you set this, and say comparing Mask Restrict to Zombie World, the one thing that's kind of with Zombie World that it's prone to is prone to that instant MST that will just get rid of it. Whereas a Master Restrict, you do have that prone ability, but usually people aren't going to blind MST something anymore. So say if you're playing a deck that can make rank 4s pretty easily, you have probably access to the best card that is useful for protecting Master Restrict, and that of course is Karen Gorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight. And with Karen Gorgon, you can protect it from any kind of single targeting effects like say Shaddoll Dragon, MST, Galaxy Cyclone, Castell, just anything like that that would target the card to get rid of it. Karen Gorgon can protect it. So again, with Master Restrict, you can just play it on your opponent's turn while you have Karen Gorgon out in the field to where they just pretty much can't do anything because their only answers to it usually are going to be an MST or a Phoenix Wind Blast or a Shaddoll Dragon or a Forfeit or something like that that would try to get rid of it that can't because Karen Gorgon says no. So, that is it for my card discussion on Master Restrict. Definitely would love to know in the comment section below what you guys thought about what I had to say about Master Restrict and what you think about Master Restrict as a card. Do you think it is a viable side deck option for your own deck? Does your own deck struggle against Qliphorts? Do you think it is the best option as a side deck card against Qliphorts, or do you think there are better cards out there like Fairy Wind, Spell Shining Arrow, Mistake, Anti-Spell Fragrance, things like that that are better than Master Restrict? Definitely would love to know all that in the comment section below. Excuse me. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.